24/7 rock and roll stream. I've also got our live Monarchy stream. Damn, that's hardly got any delay whatsoever. So got going real easy. Let's just jump ahead and see what happens. Ooh, Pop Ambient 2011. Yeah, started real easy. Eased us in. Oh, The Party Girl.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he means gay. There's some Stereolab. Before, it's one floor on the biggest building in downtown Portland. There's the pop station, there's the news station, there's the country station, there's the rock station. It's all on one floor. You just walk around and it's all the different stations. Mixed in between are what are called production booths. Should be sweet to have at home. You know, Friday bows atop the Billboard 200 album charts with the biggest week for a rock album in 6 years. America and rock and roll are back, baby. 21 Pilots lands the year's biggest week for any rock album and the largest in 6 years, as the duo's new studio effort Breach bows at number 1 on the Billboard 200 dated September 27th. See you in the future. The set is the act's second leader, meaning their second number 1 album, and launches with 200,000 equivalent album units earned in the United States in the week ending September 18th. This according to Illuminate. They do all the math. That marks 21 Pilots' best week ever and the best week for a rock album since Tool's Fear Inoculum hit number 1 with 270,000 on September 2014-2019 dated chart. You know, because Orange Man was bad. That's when Tool makes albums. Rock albums are defined as those that are eligible for or have charted on Billboard's top rock albums chart. So you can't chart on their charts until they say, okay, well, you're rock. Okay, you're country enough to chart. The majority of Breach's opening week powered by traditional album sales. What? Numbering 169,000 sold, which lands 21 Pilots its biggest sales week ever and the biggest for any rock album in 6 years. Now, what happened about 6 years ago? Yeah, see, the funny political parties switch and change. The last rock set to sell more copies in a single week was Fear Inoculum, which sold 248,000 in its opening stanza. Breach is 21 Pilots' first number 1 on the Billboard 200 in little more than a decade since Blurry Face bowed at number 1 on the June 6, 2015 chart. All told, Breach is the band's 5th top 10, following Clancy, number 3 in 2024. And that is the name of this whole concept and storyline and lore that they've been doing that I really honestly have no idea about. I just love Overcompensate and Jumpsuit. Clancy number 3, Scaled and Icy number 3, Trench number 2. Of Breach's 200,000 first week equivalent album units, album sales comprise 169,000. It debuts at number 1 on the top album sales charts. SEA, see, I was even learning new acronyms last night. SEA means Streaming Equivalent Albums. SEA units comprise 31,000, equaling 40.68 million on-demand official streams of the set song, the act's best streaming week yet. Because again, once everything changed with streaming, they had to change the way they count everything. The term SEA units, in the context of the Recording Industry Association of America, the hated RIAA, refers to streaming equivalent albums, a metric used to calculate album sales equivalents based on streaming data. According to the RIAA, 1,250 premium audio streams or 3,750 ad-supported streams, including video, from an album are equivalent to one album unit. So if you stream it enough, that means, oh, you bought one. It also debuts at number 8 on top streaming albums. And TEA, good God, I have to learn another acronym. Track equivalent albums. That is where TEA units comprise a negligible sum. Track equivalent albums is a metric used by the RIAA to calculate album certifications, incorporating digital track sales into the total unit count. According to the RIAA guidelines, 10 track downloads from an album are equivalent to one album unit, as most albums typically are going to be about 10 songs. Sloan likes to always do 12. Breach's opening week bolstered by its availability across more than 15 fucking vinyl variants, which sold a combined 72,000. You guys, stop making so many variant comic books and and albums and vinyls. You're gonna destroy the industry. As they try and pump and dump way too much. They did it with glow-in-the-dark comic books in the early 90s, and they also did it to video games in the early 80s. Both markets and fields completely destroyed for a decade. But I'm sure the bean counters are super smart. Banks, that run record labels, they're in it for the art, right? So this marks 21 Pilots' best week ever on vinyl, and the largest vinyl sales week for a rock album in the modern fucking era. Basically since Luminate began electronically tracking sales in 1991. The largest vinyl sales week for a rock and roll album in 35 goddamn years. Breach also issued on 3 deluxe CD editions in lavish packaging containing collectible ephemera. I love ephemera. A standard widely available CD and digital download, along with a widely available deluxe digital download edition with the bonus track Drag Path, alternate cover art, and a PDF booklet. That you can't hold in your hands and get autographed at the show. Breach was preceded by its first single, The Contract, which sounds way more electronic-y, and I'll play that for you tomorrow. That hit number 1 on the alternative airplay charts dated August 2nd, marking 21 Pilots' 12th number 1 on the alt chart. The band kicked off its Clancy Tour, Breach 2025, on September 18th in Cincinnati. And, of course, the fans in the stands are flipping out about what the set lists are, what the set list is going to be. The trek continues with dates in the U.S. and Canada throughout all of Shocktober and going through Shocktober 26, of course, in Los Angeles. In related news, the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack falls to number 2 on the Billboard with 112,000 equivalent album units earned after reaching number 1 for the first time a week ago. And what did we do on Friday in the Media Monarchy Kingdom? We talked about kids' cartoons. We played totally clean stand-up comedy. And what was the other thing? Do we have like a comic book or something? Friday's show was downright wholesome. Also, Morgan Wallen's chart-topping I'm the Problem, a non-mover, staying tough at number 3, and Sabrina Carpenter's former leader, Man's Best Friend, dips from number 2 down to number 4. Now, Castbot and I were actually talking about this just the other day. Do you remember how noted actor Chris in the Morning, John Corbett, born and raised in West Virginia. Do you remember the interview he did about a year ago where he said he picked the wrong career? I kind of feel this way because I should have done this on the internet.
Hi everyone, Breach the Out Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new 21 Pilots album, Breach. Here we have the newest and 8th studio full-length LP from Tyler Joseph and Josh Dunn, the Ohio music duo known as 21 Pilots. And this thing is a quick follow-up to last year's Clancy, as well as a momentous mark in the band's discography, because conceptually, the ongoing storyline that has been moving since the band's 2015 record Blurry Face is apparently concluding with this album, with a final face-off with the Blurry Face character, I guess. So what shape the band's storytelling will take from this point forward, I guess we'll just have to see. And while they haven't always been a draw for me personally to the duo's music, 21 Pilots' storytelling, the narratives behind their records, have been a massive selling point among some of their most hardcore fans. And I will admit, even for me, when the music itself is compelling, the lore does add an extra layer of intrigue, like on the band's 2018 record Trench, which I was quite taken with. But all the symbolism and mythology aside, what is clear is 21 Pilots is serving up yet another buffet of their trademark mix of indie, emo, punk, pop, rap too, with plenty of mental health-minded lyrics.
Woo-hoo!
But I will say, stylistically and musically,
Mental
there
health
does
rocks.
seem to be more of a focus this time around on various music trends of the early to mid-2000s. For example, I wouldn't call this album or 21 Pilots metal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's kind of hard to ignore the obvious melodramatic rap rock stylings of bands like Linkin Park turning up on key tracks such as The Contract, as well as the opener City Walls, where the guitars just feel kind of toned down for a more palatable presentation.
I picked a heavy one.
Putting on a drum show. If the phone turns it up, stuck between a rock and a home. Two places he does not wanna go. So he's putting on a drum show. Even now, he'll take the longer way home. Even now, he'll never ever say so. He drives fast just to feel it. He drives slow if his song's not over. Drown it out. I've been this way. I want to change. I've been this way. I want to change. He's putting on a drum show. Even now, he'll take the longer way home. Even now, he'll never ever say so. He drives fast just to feel it. He drives slow if his song's not over. Drown it out.
Tyler Joseph and Josh Dunn, a.k.a. 21 Pilots on Media Monarchy. Josh Dunn playing the drum show. One of 3 singles from Breach, the brand new 8th studio album by American musical duo 21 Pilots, released Friday on Fueled by Ramen, the fake-ass indie label owned by Warner and apparently maybe soon to be owned by Paramount. Fueled by Ramen was an indie, back when I was running my college radio station in the late 90s. So they're saying on the lore that Breach concludes a conceptual series consisting of Blurry Face Trench and Scaled and Icy, primarily written by vocalist Tyler Joseph and co-produced with Paul Meany and Mike Elizondo. The album received positive reviews from critics and was a commercial success. I will play The Contract tomorrow, which sounds a lot more Tuesday. So watching them on Palladia, they play live as a duo somehow. Or at least it appears as though they do. And it looks like everybody's coming for the drums. Johnny, you're going to be in trouble, dude. The Mike Joyce memoir from the Smiths, he's calling it The Drums. Pretty white stripesy cover right there on Breach as well. So our new fall 2025 Spotify playlist will begin right there with 21 Pilots Drum Show. Huge thanks again to my man RBL for keeping our Spotify playlist up to date. You do not have to have a Spotify account. Well, no, you gotta have an account. You don't have to give them money. It is a great way to keep up on the music from the Monarchy. All the songs, new and classic, that we play on everything we do in the Monarchy Kingdom, we put to the Spotify playlist where available. And the funny thing, over these last 5 years, all the truthers that used to be knocked off of there, they're all over that thing. Meanwhile, the fake-ass progressives like Neil Young and whoever, once they ask their owners for permission, they remove it from the platform. But even lots of indie bands, as we have reported for you, Deerhoof and Godspeed You Black Emperor, have all pulled their music from Spotify because dude is a Bilderberger who funds arms companies. Fucking Neil Young isn't even articulate enough to explicate that. But yeah, I should have been the needle drop. Corby can confirm that I've been saying that for the better part of the last couple of decades. Fuck, I did the wrong thing. I should have just been music reviews. Chat says, you mean they're actually stealth rocking the whole rock opera concept Tommy Shaw tried to bring off? You can't stop the music, you bastards. Musicians also, of course, are the peak examples of mental health. I always get all my medical advice from, punk rock surgeons, like The Offspring. You listen to your Morning Monarchy, my friends. It is a World News Rock and Roll Monday. How Visa issues, and they don't mean the credit card company that owns all of the payment gateway platforms online. Visa issues are threatening artists' careers and the music companies that work with them. Just a day before his sold-out show at the AT&T Stadium in Texas, regional Mexican star Julian Alvarez posted an urgent announcement on his social media informing the 50,000 fans who purchased a ticket to the May 24 show that it was canceled. The reason? Alvarez's work visa has been revoked and the artist can no longer legally enter the United States. Womp womp. The last-minute cancellation not only led to a total loss of over $2 million that went into the production of an event from people who wag their fucking finger about you for being bad with the environment and shit, but it also derailed an entire promotional plan that had successfully launched a month before with 3 sold-out dates at SoFi Stadium in L.A., marking the long-awaited return of the Norteño artist. The box office king, who hadn't performed in the U.S. since 2017, was once again sidelined by visa issues. To this day, his highly anticipated 4218 Tour USA 2025 remains in limbo, man. And over the past few months, an increasing number of acts from Mexico, Commie Cuba, and other Latin American countries have publicly or privately dealt with visa hurdles that have led to tour or show cancellations in the land of the free. For some, their O1 or P1B visas, generally reserved for artists and musicians, have been suddenly revoked. Others found their applications under stricter vetting by multiple U.S. government agencies who, under the DJ administration, have only made an already complex process more complicated. Sounds like they're simplifying it, where you just don't let anybody get away with anything all the time everywhere. The impact a denied or revoked visa can have on an artist varies case by case, taking into consideration where a particular artist is in their career. But either way, the recent changes have shaken up the Latin music industry as it's concerned with America. Touring the U.S. is an important part of a release plan, whether it's a bar with 600 or an arena, says Tomas Cookman, founder of Nacional Records and the LAMC, a partner at Magnus Talent Agency. Many musicians feel that touring here is an important part of their process and trajectory as a global artist. It's difficult to be at a certain level and not have toured the U.S., especially as a Latin artist who can visit so many Latino-populated hubs within the country that historically have always supported tons of live shows. They're not supporting live shows. Non-immigrant visas are not an indefinite type of visa. They offer a temporary stay in the U.S. for a specific purpose, as opposed to, for example, a green card or a permanent resident card that grants the holder of the status of a lawful permanent resident. Again, this has already been running into former music festival South by Southwest as well. And I think Coachella has done it to artists. They've basically said, you can't come over here and go tour a bunch and make a bunch of other money for yourself. You're coming here to play Coachella, period. You know, that music festival that's on the native burial grounds where they stole the Promise software and rigged up a bunch of bioweapons. I think it was called the Octopus. While visa revocations are not common, they can happen to anyone at any time holding a non-immigrant visa and can occur for multiple reasons, including criminal activity, security concerns, or violation of visa terms. The State Department's Bureau of Consular Affairs generally does not publish stats on revocations, but since DJ 2.0, the State Department has revoked over 6,000 student visas, to name one classification. No one knows how it's being brought to the attention of those who are in the position to make these revocation decisions, or why are they deciding to do this now. It could be completely politically motivated. Yeah, because the majority of America voted to say, we don't want unfettered immigration. You know, when you force a bunch of people to mix in with each other. So it could be completely politically motivated. It seems like they're admitting perhaps more than they mean to admit. They seem to be admitting that they like taking advantage of our awesome market. There's a toll on their mental health as well, you guys, says Colin Laverty, whose expertise on U.S.-Cuba relations, the whole Bay of Pigs thing, has led to him to work closely with several Cuban artists, including Simafunk. Simafunk, you guys. Being able to travel to the U.S. and tour is an important outlet economically and psychologically. So complicating that on the immigration front is so detrimental to a career, but also the psyche. Again, I think they're being more truthful than they intend to. They're basically saying, you see, our place sucks and yours is nice. So we have to come here. And if you don't let us, it's because you're racist and bad. It's difficult to be at a certain level and not have toured the U.S. I guess it is. You listen to your Morning Monarchy. Now some big warnings, you guys. I think you're supposed to be afraid. U.S. National Counterterrorism Center, the NCTC, warns of a threat from fucking Al-Qaeda. You remember? The Mujahideen guys they paid to fight Russia that then totally turned against us and totally blew up our buildings? That Al-Qaeda's going to get you. U.S. National Counterterrorism Center said on Friday, dumping day, that recent calls by Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, the database, for attacks against the U.S. showed the group's enduring threat to the country. Al-Qaeda, and totally its Yemen-based affiliate, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, shitty name, likely seeking to leverage their media publications and global conflicts. Remember, worldwide wanted terrorists can have social media accounts and, websites and stuff, but somehow they can't catch Snowjob? Man arrested with knife, gun, and inactive pig credentials at State Farm Stadium in Arizona ahead of this fucking Charlie Kirk thing. Authorities detained a man at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on Friday evening after he attempted to enter the venue armed with a tactical knife, at least one firearm, and fucking out-of-date pig credentials. Stadium, of course, was hosting the memorial service for assassinated conservative icon Charlie Kirk. So you remember when you get whacked, you're suddenly an icon. The massive memorial service was expected to draw over 100,000 attendees, of course, including DJ and JD. Have we ever realized that their initials are the flips of each other? The individual is not a member of authorized law enforcement working the event and is currently in custody. The U.S. Secret Service and local pigs are investigating the circumstances as to why someone they know would come in and try and do this. The news I saw last night, tens of thousands get to openly worship Jesus Christ. But back to the NCTC. Not the National Conservation Training Center located in Jefferson County, West Virginia, which I believe is a front for the federal government, and a new hideout underground bunker, since their bunker at the Greenbrier in West Virginia got busted a couple decades ago. Sidebar, NCTC supports U.S. law enforcement and first responders by sharing intel product aimed at deterring attacks by Al-Qaeda. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence's National Counterterrorism Office, ODNI's NCTC, recently disseminated an unclassified intelligence product to law enforcement partners aimed at protecting Americans against the threat of Al-Qaeda left over by the fucking Brandon administration. So you guys, when Al-Qaeda gets us, remember, it'll totally be Brandon's fault. The NCTC product provides local, state, federal, and international partners with the tools needed to combat targeting attempts by Al-Qaeda and better protect the American people. It also serves as a public service announcement, a PSA if you're nasty, for Americans who may be at a potential risk of targeting by Al-Qaeda. If you go to any of their dumbass giant events. Intel product. Now, you know what I like? I like how fucking Dabu links his stories up. He puts all the referenced URLs in the show notes. That's how I was able to go over all of those stories. God bless him. Also, Dabu 7 and 21 Pilots are both from Ohio. And remember, all the best deep state marketeers know you'd never introduce a new Intel product in August.
What's up, guys? D7 back at you.
What's up?
We've got the National Counterterrorism Unit basically stating that we've got a huge event that's about to pop off, and they're putting big alarm bells all over this. They're saying that they have signs that Al-Qaeda is about to attack and to hit the country, and the timing is super suspicious, especially right here ahead of the whole Charlie Kirk funeral thing in Arizona, which is going to be held at a stadium, and they're already saying that it's going to be a target, like it's on their radar. We've seen a plethora of stuff happen thus far, but they're saying at this point, individuals have been caught on CCTV footage going in and also traced through credit cards buying a ton of uniforms, police uniforms, medical uniforms, and the information that they're putting out there is saying that hospitals are about to be targeted. They're saying an initial event is going to happen, soft targets, large gatherings of people, anything like that.
Let one happen, stop the rest.
And then, after those happen and people start to gather inside of the hospitals and the emergency rooms, they're going to be targeted. That's the warning being put out right now on the information that they're saying that they've picked up. We know how these things go. We know how these staged events pop off left and right. And we know how a hand is orchestrating much of everything that we're seeing out there. Now we need to get to the bottom and start ousting all the people connected in this big ring. But it is one big club. And this is going to be a huge event. You can feel it in the air. I would get ready. I'd prepare for something. I'd just be prepared for something at this point. They're talking all the big cities, NYC, Miami, Houston. They're all targeted in this. So it is the season, it seems. It's upon us for them to start pulling off these events en masse. And it seems like we're in a window. And don't forget what I said about November 11th. We enter a true astrological window where 4 heavenly bodies will be in retrograde. And to the enemy, that means a lot. Okay? So, just a heads up with everything going on. And again, pay attention to what's going on Sunday around this whole Charlie Kirk thing and any other major event from here all the way up to like Super Bowl, man. For real.
Atomic Dustbin, released on April Fool's Day 91 by Columbia. After creating their own imprint following the success of several independent singles, the band recorded the album from December 90 to January 91 in London. Takes influence, large influence, from Grebo. Not the Bruce McCullough character on Brain Candy, but some kind of genre specific to the UK Highlands. Shoegaze noise pop dance music characterized by noisy guitars, complex drums, and its usage of 2 bass players. 5 different singles released from Godfather, all across different regions. Upon its release, the album was a critical and commercial success, number 4 on the UK album charts. It also found an audience in the United States for people like Doodlebug and Jep, who loved 120 minutes. The album reached number 91 on the Billboard 200, largely due to the band's T-shirt campaign and the videos for Kill Your Television and Gray Cell Green, which gained traction on MTV's 120 Minutes. T-shirts used to be one of the most important forms of marketing. The record success said to be a triumph against the dominance of fucking grunge at the time. The album named among the year's best albums by several magazines. Oh, yeah, it's got all my favorite Dead things. The band played the album in its entirety for the first time at O2 Shepherd's Bush in December 2009. I saw them at HF Festival at RFK Stadium in D.C. on July 3rd, 1993, with NXS headlining, plus Iggy Pop, X, Matthew Sweet, Stereo MCs, The Posies, and local opener band Velocity Girl. You guys ever run into monarchy comments that I've left in the wild out there? Oh, R.I.P. Louis Largent. So Dabu is an Appalachian boy. Damn, we should definitely do a talk at some point. I've never reached out to him. We've never communicated at all. Do October surprises happen in non-election years too? Well, we'll find out. And as they are announcing that we plan to do something, damn radical leftist, tranny, conservative, right-wing, evangelical, Christian, Muslim, twink terrorists, they're ruined Scotland. Yeah, a Super Bowl attack again? You mean like Black Sunday with the blimp? So they're already hyping a Super Bowl attack. It's barely fucking week 3. I am also 1-1, hoping for another win. November 11, something's gonna happen. And the rapture tomorrow? Why? On Casbot's birthday. They do their best, do what they can to get them ready for Vietnam. From Old Hanoi to East Berlin, Commando involved again. More than 86 million Vietnam bank accounts terminated. I asked Brock Grok, is this true? More than 86 million bank accounts that have not been biometrically authenticated or have been frozen for a long time have been deleted starting September 1st, to prevent fraud and cybercrime against the banks. according to the State Bank of Vietnam, currently around 200 milli bank accounts in the country. However, after the implementation of biometric authentication requirements, the system has recorded only 113 million personal accounts and more than 711,000 organizational accounts that are still valid. That means that nearly 86 million accounts are inactive, likely due to them being unbiometriced. The SBV stated that the deletion of over 86 million bank accounts was considered a system cleanup measure. It aims to prevent common fraud schemes recently, such as fake accounts for receiving money, withdrawals from accounts without proper ownership, or money laundering when you're not a Bilderberger. It is expected that the deletion will be carried out by commercial banks starting September 1st. Vietnam just erased 86 million unverified bank accounts as the nation surrenders to the globalist Great Reset. You know, back in my day, the only place that got my fingerprints was the Frederick County lockup.
If you are a foreigner, Vietnam has a special surprise for you. No ID, no access. I say it's a total loss of privacy and a setup for control. Miss it, and you'll be stuck in immigration. Airports shut down, flights grounded. Not dictated by the OECD, where one late payment dings your score. What's for sure is Vietnam is the test, and America is next. I've seen this movie in other countries. The trailer says efficiency, the plot twist is control, leaving room for abuse. Vietnam sells this as part of Agenda 2045, and the fallout was apocalyptic. This exposes the trap. One glitch, and you're practically locked out of your own life. Picture this. You are sipping your Café Sedan in Saigon and scrolling your banking app.
Wait,
and
what
boom,
am I doing?
Your bank account vanishes in thin air. No email, no warning, just a digital black hole where your money used to be. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, for millions in Vietnam, it's a reality, as Vietnam wiped out over 86 million bank accounts. That's right, 86 million. The official narrative says it's about security and efficiency, but come on. This screams of the World Economic Forum playbook, a stealth strike in the Great Reset Wars. Remember when Vietnam fired 245,000 officials overnight and called it efficiency? And when Vietnam issued the gas vehicle ban starting in 2026? This is the next chapter in Vietnam surrendering to the Great Reset and the globalist agenda. And it's happening faster than a motorbike dodging traffic on Wingway Street. Stick around as we're exposing today about what's going on, why this can be a trap, and what are the workarounds. If you're an expat, investor, or someone who just cares about freedom, you definitely don't want to miss this. So let's get started.
Dance break. Now is the time on monarchy.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
Vietnam State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV, launched a massive cleanup operation. They cross-checked over 200 million bank accounts against the National Biometric Database. The result? Over 86 million accounts got banned or deleted. These are accounts that have not been biometrically verified by fingerprints or facial scans, or once are laid dormant like forgotten dead gifts. The SBV says it's to fight fraud and boost digital payment security. On the surface, sure, who doesn't want less scams? But dig a little and you see it's tied to Project 06, Vietnam's big push for a national digital ID system. Every citizen is now chipped into the matrix. Your taxes, medical records, spending habits, all linked up. They say it's for faster transactions and less paperwork. I say it's a total loss of privacy and a setup for control that will make Uncle Sam jealous.
You're listening to the voice of Samuel J. Hyde. If you have acquired these video podcasts without paying for them, I urge you to consider making a donation today.
Welcome to Kickstarter episode 6. The kicks are only going to get harder from here on out. I suggest you remain seated for this one, folks. Remain seated and sit on your hands and resist any temptation to start jumping around.
We understand each other. And I am nothing. Dude, get off my case! Look, All I'm saying is, I'm getting angry right now. I'm seriously, man. I'm getting angry. No. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. You don't want to be around me when I'm angry, all right? Do you have cream loads? Get him out of here! What's up, Reddit? I'm back. See? I turned my back. Somebody, help again with the cream loads. Brisket Billy. That's me. You turn 29. Don't look like me. You don't want to look like me. Unless you have cream loads, in which case you can get away with anything. Look, the guy popped off about 24 cream loads before anybody could get to him. That's a perfect example of why this has to be stopped right now. The Raw Experiment by Hassan A's Wells. I've been a director for nearly a decade, producing the Hood News series. I love art and creating.
Yo, you need a music video made? Just call my nigga.
Anytime you need a little extra power or a little extra spice, just throw in African American. Sam
Hyde, an African American man.
Anytime you need to drop the hammer, just throw in African American. You're in line at the DMV, okay, you want to cut the line.
Is this what they're gonna make an African American man wait in line for?
Bam! You're going to be there, okay? Synopsis. There is a dire need for nutritional education in the African American community. Okay? Well, there you go. So, folks, we're giving this one a pass. This is probably a good thing. Not that bad. That's fine. And I'm personally going to donate 10 grand right now. And remember, folks, black grapes are the sweetest. All right, folks. Up next. Up next, we got Blue Ridge Arrangement is Making Music by Blue Ridge Arrangement. They want $4,500 right now. They got 3,000, 4 days to go. They're probably going to fulfill that right there. And they're from Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, and they're from Charleston. We got.
Just let me love you. Just let me love you. Come back.
Hi, I'm Steven.
And I'm Audrey.
And we are Blue Ridge Arrangement. And we're coming to you live from the Blue Ridge Mountains.
So, Steven, what do you call someone who helps out?
This guy has a serious testosterone deficiency.
A Band-Aid!
But really, we need your help. Audrey
he has no spine, that's the reason he's bent over like that.
If I wanted to start a band with her.
Buddy, sit up straight, okay, put some pants on, take off the graphic tee. Oh, come on.
So, we started writing, and over the last few months we've been recording songs for our first EP.
This is hurting.
Also, what's an EP?
So our EP is going to be 9 songs long, and it's going to talk about God's grace and redemptive process.
Oh, that's what the problem is here. He's not getting any pussy.
Yeah, that's true. I've been writing music since the
Steven, we have to talk. Have you been masturbating?
Guitar.
Have you been sinning with your hands?
My dream has always been to
Steven,
put that
don't
music
lie to
on
me.
an
Have you
album
been
for
masturbating,
other people to
Steven?
hear and to play it live.
I'm the pastor.
And I love music and stuff.
But love is in the
Oh, shucks. Is he married? Are these two married?
2 things. Number 1, it's about being able to play live at a high level. So our album features things like banjo and mandolin,
sitar,
and piccolo and flute. And we don't have pickups for any of those things, and they can be expensive. And also having items to sell at our live shows so that it's profitable.
Here's his wife. Here's his loser wife.
Stickers and posters and obviously CDs, physical CDs to sell. all those.
How many times a week does Steven
Number
fuck?
2, what this Kickstarter is about, is completing our album. And while we've recorded here in my apartment, out of our own pockets, we would like to give our album a professional level quality. And so that means hiring out professionals that are already in the industry to master it to perfection.
T-shirts, custom-made candles, trips and convertibles.
Is she offering custom-made candles as a reward? Free candles for the next 10 backers! Free calligraphy for first 10 after 2,000. Oh, I got a nice wicker basket! Like calligraphy? That sucks. That sucks, man. This music sucks. It's just filler for, like, an old woman's home. This is like old women who buy stuff at Christmas tree shops and, like, Hobby Lobby, like buying nice little bric-a-brac for the house. This is what this whole shtick reminds me of. It's just like what's the appeal of this? It's just be like Stephen Young. Don't be a modern cuckold. Okay, don't let your sweetie lock you down. Don't get married. Don't sit hunched over with your arms around your knees. Okay, you don't want to be living that life. That's not a life right there. Okay, that's going through the motions. That's an unexamined life. It's not worth living. That's just retarded. Kid probably got married because he was tired of not having sex. I know a guy who did that actually, who was he wanted to have sex so bad, and he was super Christian, so he got married just to have sex. Unintended consequences. Bad shit. This next one promises to be a real fucking doozy. Social anxiety debunked. $20 pledge of the $200 goal. Salt Lake City, Utah. 0 seconds to go. Alan, I'm sorry, man. You didn't debunk social anxiety. You didn't reach your goal. Let's see what he's got to say right here.
Hi, my name is Alan Munoz.
Bad news.
I'm currently
Bad news.
years old, and I'm making this video in response to my Kickstarter that I have recently signed up for. Currently...
You look bad, man. You look like you're in a bad way. Join a club, get a hobby, get yourself around people, get a support system going. You need help, kid. That look on your face tells me you think about suicide daily.
It's really had a drastic effect on my life. Not anything positive has come from it. And, most of my...
Dude, you need help, okay? You need to get off Kickstarter. You need to get yourself into some therapy or something. Get a friend, get a pen pal. This guy's fucked, man. I'm gonna see if I can find this kid and tell him to relax a little bit. This is bad. Full bio. My name is Alan. I am currently 23 years old. I was born in Los Angeles, California, but moved when I was like 2. Growing up was rough. I used to be severely overweight. Oh man, this kid's bad. This sucks. This guy needs help. I gotta contact this guy and say something. But I'm locked out of Kickstarter because they banned my project. Right. We're sorry, your account is currently under review. Kickstarter, you're responsible for this kid's suicide. I couldn't get to him in time. Alright, dudes. Kickstarter TV episode 6. Last project was a little bit depressing. We gotta find some way to power out of that. This next one better be extra juicy. We better be able to squeeze a whole lot of juice out of this one. And I believe we will, because the project is by someone named Mega Negbert from Boise, Idaho. And this one's called Worlds Apart by Mega Negbert. Let's see what you got for us, Mega.
Hi, my name's Megan, and I'm going to Africa, Kenya to be exact, to teach a community-run school for 2 weeks. Right now, I'm in Idaho, where I work in a library and I'm raising 2 young daughters. So this trip poses a challenge on many different fronts.
Hold on a second, Mega. She needs $2,000, okay, to go to Africa to teach English for 2 weeks. Now, call me crazy, but the economics of that, roughly in my head, I am a math wizard. I just ran the numbers in my head. Doesn't seem to play out. $2,000 on the one hand, 2 weeks of teaching English in Kenya on the other hand. It seems to me like if you want to help Africans and you have $2,000, using that money for airfare so you can go teach English for 2 weeks. Might not be the most efficient use of that money, by a long shot. Second problem, she's got 2 daughters. She's probably going to bring back Ebola, fucking diphtheria, and who knows what else. Who knows what kind of toxins, what kind of crazy bacteria and flesh-eating bugs Mega is going to bring back to her 2 daughters. But let's give this daffy cunt the benefit of the doubt and see what else she has to say.
One of those being the cost, which is what brings me to Kickstarter. I am one of the type that would prefer not to ever ask for help. However, I think that this is really important and I can't do it alone. So, why?
Whoa.
Well,
those cuts going into her face.
I realize that up until this point in my life, I have never been to a place that has fundamentally challenged the way that I live. I'm going to...
Oh, so you want money for a trip!
The understanding that it's not about what I have to offer Kenya, but about what Kenya can offer me. I believe that by experiencing other cultures, we can enrich our own. It's my desire to become a better community member, a better friend, and a better mother. And I believe that this trip sets me on the right path. I would appreciate if you would take a few minutes and read some more about my adventure, and check out the personalized rewards I have to offer along the way. Thank you so much for your time.
You mean to tell me that a young woman is using Kickstarter to get money for a trip? What? Whoa! Big fucking surprise. Anytime you see a woman under 30, she's using Kickstarter to pay for a fucking road trip. And Megan Negbert is no exception. She says she has a problem asking for money. It's the hard part, asking her money, but it's about what Kenya has to offer me. I want to be a better community member and a better mother. Man, just close your legs and don't do anything crazy, and you'll be fine, okay? You want to help out society, get more cultured so you can be a better community member and a better member of society? Look, we don't need your help, okay? I'm here as a representative of society. We don't need your help. We don't need you to go learn Kenyan values and bring them back here, okay? Kenya's a fucking toilet. We definitely don't need to take any advice or any influence from Kenya. No offense, okay? And I don't mean to make that racial. I say that as a white man who had voted for a Kenyan. What's on the agenda today? What do we need to do to make the country better? Well, Mr. President, I was thinking the best way to make the society and the community better is to send Megan Negbert to Kenya. Africa's a fucking toilet cesspool. You don't go there with the intention of doing anything other than mining for gold or diamonds. Mega, stay out of Africa. Take my advice. You're gonna catch something you don't like. Travel and enjoying yourself. Hedonism, travel, quit your job and travel. So, Mr. President, can we send Megan Negbert to Kenya? Yes, I agree. This is the most important thing we could possibly do at this point, is send this fucking bitch to Kenya. Get her $2,000 right now, ASAP. Tired of it, man. I'm tired. It's not an easy challenge. 2 weeks in Mkwiro, Kenya, teaching English in a community-run school. It's not a challenge I can face alone. As much as I wanted to save, sacrifice, and donate all the funding for this trip, it's not an plausible feat. Despite all my intentions of funding it myself, the expenses are something that I am going to need assistance with. It's crazy the linguistic hoops that people will jump through when they need to ask for money or when they need to deny responsibility for something. Despite all my intentions of funding it myself, the expenses are something that I am going to need assistance with. Take that sentence and chew that for a minute. She's going to need assistance with the funding. This must be done. We absolutely must get her to Africa. We don't know how we're going to do it, but she's going to need assistance with that funding. She had all the intentions in the world of funding it herself. She had all the intentions. When this stupid idea planted itself in her head, oh, you're going to go travel the world in a hot air balloon. You're going to be a voyager. You're going to go through. You're going to see marvelous things. Mega, you're going to see such marvelous things. You're going to see zebras. And when you get back, you'll have such stories to tell. When you get back to Idaho.
Oh my God.
And when that idea planted itself in her head, she had every intention in the world of funding it herself. She immediately thought to herself, I'm going on a trip, I better pay for it myself. However, despite all those intentions, the expenses are something that she's going to need assistance with. Despite this challenge being costly, I still greatly believe that has value and is worth the price. And not just for me either. She can barely fucking speak English, okay? Are we sure we need her going over there to Kenya teaching these kids this bastardized form of the language that she's smoking? Blah, blah, blah. Make me a better mother, a better employee, a better friend, and most importantly, a better community member. Blah, blah, blah. God damn, man. You are delusional hoe, okay? I try to be very pointed with my misogynistic slander. Okay, I try my hardest not to use bitch unless it's absolutely called for. But if the shoe fits, look, Mega, you're a hoe. You're a delusional hoe. You're a delusional fucking hoe. I set the goal at 2,000, and if I don't raise that in a month, then I get none of it. It's a risk that I'm taking. She's a good writer. God damn. The risk she's taking is that she doesn't get any of the money if she doesn't reach 2,000. This fucking retard. You're a delusional hoe with a gummy smile. You got a big old gummy smile. Look at them gums. Look at that gum. Look at that gum, girl. You got some big old gum. That's what life is. It's just about, enjoying yourself and experiencing new things. That's the MDE philosophy. That's what I've been trying to get across to you guys since day one. It's just about experiencing new things and enjoying the ride, y'all. Just have fun. Try to do crazy things and cool things and just have fun. Life's a bunch of grapes. And you're on the web pandering for $2,000 because you couldn't raise it yourself. Because you have no skills, no talent, no abilities that are worth anything to anybody. You know what? Megan Negbert, I got a Kickstarter for you. Out back, we got Luke Galothy. He's mowing my lawn. I got Jan Bauer. She's cleaning my toilet right now. You give me my daily back massage, and I'll give you $20 a day. How does that sound? You gotta work for it. You gotta hop on my back here and spend a good 45 minutes getting the knots out of this slab of meat, okay? And it's pretty gnarly back there. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but you gotta earn your keep. What a bimbo. What a dumb broad. You're a hoe, dude. You got kids. You have no right having kids. You do nothing. You do fucking nothing. You're a mother. Fuck you. You're a fucking polluter is what you are. Taking your genetics and making copies of them, you're a polluter. Fuck you. Everybody gets so bent out of shape about global warming and CO2 emissions. What about Megan Negbert's pussy emissions? Because I see two in this picture right here. I see two expensive bills that Megan's not going to be paying for. Okay? I see two big dollar signs that are going to come out of my checkbook. Kill them all. Kill them all. So, folks, that's it for Kickstarter TV Episode 6. I don't know what to say. This one really blew my hair back. Had me fucking blowing guys in an alleyway. Kickstarter TV Episode 6 was a bad one. But we got through it together. We got our grapes, okay? And we managed to get through this one without too many cum loads. All right, we didn't get any cum loads, cream loads, anything like that. And I'm just pleased as punch. I'm just excited. I'm just excited for Episode 7. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what's coming down the pipe. All right? Kickstarter said to me, Sam, we need you to go through our website and find the sickest projects by the most twisted people. And they said, look, we're going to send you some crazy twisted shit. But you can quit there if you need to. I don't know what's going to happen next, because if you go on and keep doing Episode 7, you're going to see some crazy shit. You're going to see some crazy shit. You're going to see some of the craziest shit you've ever seen in your motherfucking life. Make sure you tell your fans. No babies, no elderly women, no people who have heart conditions can watch episode 7 because it's going to be off the chain. I wish there were no STDs. Hello.
I wish there were no STDs.
Internets.
Wish there were no STDs.
There were no STDs. There were no STDs. Wish there were no STDs. I'm Internet Reddit Funny Man. Sam on. Welcome to Kickstarter TV episode 7. This episode has a special theme. Kickstarter episode 7. Kickstarter episode 7. Social networks? Nah. Kickstarter TV episode 7. Season 1. Social media startup? First up in our social media startup. Episode. We got Adult Social Network by Michael Ramos. Social media startup?
Nah.
I gotta give this guy credit. His intro is sexy as hell. 20 seconds long for the intro so far. Sexy as all hell. Ooh. 30-second long intro. And that's it. That's the video right there. So that's his Kickstarter pitch video. This guy might be in the category of no video, no brains. However, he did have the decency to choose this hot little piece right here. This is like the hottest girl at a bar. The hottest girl you'll ever find at a bar, like a dive bar. And not like a hipster dive bar, but like a real shitty neighborhood bar. She looks good though. This kind of thing makes me wish there were no STDs. I often find myself wishing there were no STDs. I live in Fall River here, which is I've been told it's the heroin capital of the East Coast, and that something like 80% of all adults here have back pain prescription pills, and there are streetwalkers walking by, and sometimes, man, I just get a certain taste in my mouth. I get the flavor, and I gotta go get me a streetwalker. Never do it. Because I'm sure they're riddled with all kinds of nasty bugs. But I often find myself wishing that, I just wish that there were no STDs or that I were immune. That would be so good if I were immune to STDs. My life would be so much better. There's something good about when you know, because if it were immunity and not just the non-existence of it, you'd still have the thrill of sticking it in someone that you know is contaminated. And there's something sexy about that, too. Anyway, Adult Social Network. To create a social network that is geared towards adults only, preferably in the swingers or nudist lifestyle. I thought that's what Facebook was all about. The Kinsey Institute estimates that there are about 4 million swingers just in the United States. Oh, man. I like my odds. Social media startup? Nah. Social media? Nah. It looks like after I'm done those glasses I was wearing, they're not the funniest glasses. I look like the newest member of Arcade Fire when I wear those things. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's not funny. And I forgot that my number one duty in the world is to you folks. Next up, folks, we have Fravenda Social Network by Alan Alasuchku. Alan was one of the Boston bombing suspects, but he has apparently been let off scot-free, which I don't understand. The American justice system just keeps failing us. Oh, you know what this is? No video, no brains! No video, no brains. He's got a nice image for his image here. It's got meet, more, new, and peep. Peop. And it is the magic of new connections. He only needs $99,000, guys. Let's get him this money. $99,000. It's not even $100,000 that he needs. This Alan Suchku. Let's check him out first. What's he look like? Oh, he looks like fucking trash. He's what the word Eurotrash was invented for. This kid is straight trash. If you're reading the headlines, okay, you're reading about Putin and all the crazy stuff going on in Russia and Ukraine, go to liveleak.com and look up Russian dashcam videos, and you will quickly find out Russians and Eastern Europeans are probably some of the dumbest people that you're ever going to find. Genetically, they are drunk all day long. So right here we got Alan Suchku. He wants to be like cool American, like badass. He's like cool, like Johnny Cage. Here he is right here. Hey, I'm cool, man. I got $100 American. Bro, I have $100 American, dude. Look at me, I'm driving Pontiac, dude. Look at my tongue. I'm fucking reptile. I'm idiot. I have low IQ. My country is wasteland because everybody like me. So if you're a twink aficionado, I highly suggest you get yourself to Russia. Get yourself a Russian rent boy. They're easy to find. If you've ever played the game Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, you'll know what real life in Russia and Eastern Europe is like every day. They have prodigal minds for playing chess and inventing gun mechanisms, and they don't have too much else going on. And sex slavery, that's the fourth thing that Russians are just ace at. They're the wizards. His mother probably was a prostitute, dude. Anyway, that's it. Alan, I wish you the best of luck. And keep building those pressure cooker bombs, dude. You're gonna be good. Social media? If you see somebody in the throes of alcoholism, depths of a weed addiction, you know that there's a chance for them. They might hit rock bottom and pull themselves out of it. And it's probably some form of self-medication. You know, something happened to them or something didn't turn out the way they wanted to. There's obviously genetic factors that come into it. You can't blame everything on childhood and whatever the fuck other external problems. There are definitely people who become victims of substance abuse. But there are two things that are even more insidious than even hardcore heroin. Two things that are more insidious than hardcore heroin addiction, and that's gambling and sports. And I mean just sports, not sports gambling. I mean these two things separately, gambling and sports. If you see somebody who has a gambling problem, okay, you don't start gambling because you were raped or because you had a bad childhood or because a sibling died in a spectacular way when you were young and you witnessed it right in front of your eyes. The reason you start gambling, the reason is because they're straight up suicidal. Gambling is a self-destructive death wish. It's literally like when someone tells you that they gamble regularly or they're buying scratch tickets, that should have the same impact as watching somebody drive 110 miles an hour on the highway every day. That's like hardcore reckless driving. People who gamble, I don't know if they have a low opinion of themselves, if they're just like, if they hate themselves, or if they just are wired up like Russian, Ukrainian, wired up to crave suicide, crave death, crave burning. I want to see burning in my life. I want everything surrounding me to be burnt ashes. Apocalypse. That's what gambling is. Sports. The same jump up from hardcore heroin addiction is the people who are big into sports, the people who talk about it at least once a day. I get you can have a team and you can root for your team and you can be excited when your team's about to win the big game. That's fine, whatever, I get it, okay? If you're the type of person who could look at a pitch and think to themselves, yeah, I often am saying things like, check out this video from 49ers game last night. And yeah, Kevin Garnett's dunks in today's game were sick. Man, that was a nice goal by Messi in today's soccer match. And I don't think the sports are the cause. I think the sports are the symptoms. And I've been saying retard and dumb a lot. I've been calling people names. I've been saying that people have low IQs. Because really, I'm just starting to put things together for myself and realize how doomed most people are. And I don't mean that, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not saying I'm some kind of brilliant fucking scientist here. But I'm just being awakened to the fact that the people around me are not worth their weight in fertilizer. And so I want people to realize that the inside of a true diehard real deal sports fan's head, the inside of a Major League, MLB, NFL watcher, a guy who's subscribed to all the channels, the inside of his head looks like that. That's it right there. I used to work as a graphic designer at a sports marketing place. CEO was a real pull yourselves up by the bootstraps, hard-working businessman. They had a big problem. All of his employees would spend all fucking day on the computer playing fantasy football and like talking about it at lunch. Oh man, you see that dunk last night? That guy's a beast, dude. He was ripping down the lane. He flew over him. He was a beast. He's a beast. You see how ripped he is? You know what he would do to you in a fight? Do you know what he would do to you in a fight? He's ripped, man. Oh, man, Kevin Garnett's a beast. Do you see him go to the hole? Kevin Garnett's a beast, dude. Dude. Federer's a fucking Hulk. He's a beast. Hulkamaniac beast. Can you imagine if he put his arms around you? He's a beast. He's a beast. Stone Cold Diesel beast. Male cheerleaders. Can you imagine if he was fucking your girlfriend? I think about that every day when I go to work. Like, fucking lift weights. Do something yourself. If seeing muscles makes you want to suck someone's dick that bad, go lift weights and you look in the mirror, you suck your own dick. Imagine if he was fucking your girlfriend, he would be a beast. Savage beast. Beast. Just watch gay porn. Just, if you like sports, cut to the chase. Watch gay porn. Think about big male buttocks and big male biceps hugging you and going around your neck and getting fucked in the ass. Think about big cocks going in your ass. If you like sports, cut to the chase. Go get fucked in the ass. Go on Craigslist, post pictures of yourself and your dick. Say you're a bottom, you need a muscular top. I need a Musk GL top for DDF. Discreet butt fucking. By the way, I like sports. Code word. I like sports. You know what that means. Wink, wink. Be a beast. Only beasts reply. Don't reply unless you're a beast. And then you can go get fucked in the ass. And you can suck dick if you like sports. And that's it. That's the simple answer to your problem. If you like sports so much that you need a social networking app to talk about it, and you're making tweets about sports all day, and you're talking about your favorite teams on Facebook, and posting highlights, and posting videos. If you post a sports video on Facebook today, go on Craigslist, find somebody to fuck you in the ass, and you can suck their dick all you want, okay? And you get it out of my face. I don't want to see this shit. Fucking faggots, man. That's another word I try to use sparingly. But if you like sports, you're a fucking faggot. If you like sports, you're a faggot. Fuck you. If you love sports, you're a faggot. And now it's time for a very special treat. KSTV episode 7. Social media? Nah. Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round. The Moment by Nicholas Fontanet and Matthew Nelson.
Here at the Moment, We believe social networking is fun, but people need more than posting comments and uploading videos. So, what's different about the moment? We provide specialized groups so you can socialize and do what you like best. The moment will have the latest info on each group, as of our who's the best, the latest topics, and access to all our members.
First, log on, create an account, get some friends, and pick a group that you like best.
Nah, dude. Globestar, Go Global, Not Local by Sargis Bardumi.
We believe that those who want to make a positive difference in this world must be provided with the tools and resources to do so. Our vision focuses on nonprofit organizations. Our vision focuses on empowering those who wish to make a difference. Nonprofit organizations must be provided with an opportunity to connect with investors, supporters, and other nonprofits to help aid their cause on a global scale. It is time to upgrade and invest in a future that is more open to change and a world that is more connected and full of compassionate people. People want to help, but they simply don't know where to start. We could eliminate hunger and poverty and provide everyone with more opportunities to thrive and live a better life. Through Globestar, small and underrepresented nonprofit, and plant 10,000 trees. With your support, Globestar will empower those who want to support and those who need support. Please follow our link.
FacebookNemesis.com, aka GottaComment.com by Richard Coomer. Site like Facebook and Twitter. Tweet headline can be 175 characters, 25% longer than Twitter.
How old is the Earth? Is it millions of years or just a few thousand years?
Better off going on Craigslist sucking dick, dude. Nah, My Mems Mayday mobile app may help save your life one day.
This guy jobs in video graphics artist here.
Is this Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes. Hey, is Eric there?
Speaking. Hey, good job on Facebook, by the way.
Thanks.
You got Zuckerberg's voice right.
Probably a little choppy. I hear you got something brilliant cooking yourself.
Forget it, Mark. You can't have it.
Wait. I paid Instagram $1 billion.
I don't care if it's $19 billion.
Hey, that's exactly what I paid WhatsApp.
He would turn down $19
billion. Okay, I will.
Probably would. He's probably so insane that he would. He thinks his social media site is actually worth more than $19 billion.
Bye,
My
Mark.
Mems.
Let's do golf.
Wait.
Let's do golf. Yeah, goy. Here we go. Use the pitch. Get voice-activated security. There's me watching it for the first time. Get car and the baby unattended alerts. You can leave your baby cooking in the car in the middle of summer with this one. Peeps. Compare with Twitter. Profile. Compare with. At least he's got this hot salsa broad here. That's the only part of this video I like. This chick. Imagine getting with a girl who wears a hat like that. Oh shit. Edit. This video edit is off the chain. I really like that timeline. This site is off the chain. And it's a site you can go to. Oh my god, the dancing in the credits. This video is about halfway over. Credits rolling halfway over. Of course, he's into Wing Chun Kung Fu. People who want to believe in something with nothing are into Wing Chun Kung Fu. That's an edit right there. Now the fun begins. If I recall correctly. Kubrick. This is originally a Kubrick shot. Yeah, everybody's watching my memes. Need more of the logo. Imagine taking Facebook, eBay, combining them into one site. At my memes, we can do that for you.
Hello, I'm Eric Anderson, Vice President of MyMems. And on behalf of everyone joining us here today, we would like to thank you for watching this video and helping us kickstart our way to develop a social network, which we feel will rival Facebook, Twitter, and other leading social networks. Our site will be packed with safety features, which we hope would help make you, your family, and friends feel safer walking
Getting kidnapped and raped, and you
using
have
our
a picture of
specialized
him
safety alert, which is
next to
free
the
for
alert
everyone.
button.
You'll never have to worry about leaving your baby in the car anymore, which has been a big issue this summer.
This is awesome.
MyMemes.com is completed.
He's got his fucking family and his extended family,
and the servers
his
required
friend's
to make
family,
this all fit together.
his hot ass
Please help us
bitch,
at
girlfriend.
Kickstarter.com with your pledges, contributions, and feedback. Thank you for watching.
That's the real deal there. He got 20 people to waste their time and stand around. That's a big accomplishment. You got all those people to waste that time. That's awesome. Ed Hurt, Tammy Hurt, Dakota Hurt. This is what happens when Gentiles try to get... When a Gentile tries to do social media, you get baby in the car alerts. And a bunch of geriatrics standing around holding papers. Tell you what, dude, stick to the Kung Fu. How's that? Okay. Nah, dude. Bumper Social by Bumper Social. Project by Bumper Social San Jose. Nah. God, man. I like it though. Good idea. Bad idea. Good idea. Bad idea. Social media. Nah, headlines you read in Newsweek. Oh, he started it from his garage. It's not going to happen to you. You don't have the brain power. You're looking for a job that pays $20 an hour or more. You're stamping logos on the golf ball. That's better than this. This is a waste of time. It's not going to happen. You're not going to make millions Forex trading. You're not going to make millions flipping houses. You're not going to make millions MLM marketing. You're not going to make millions. You're not going to do any of these things. They don't exist for people like you, okay? A 1 in a million case, just because the story is highly publicized, doesn't mean that the results are repeatable. You think you're going to come up with the next killer? No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be you. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm really sorry about that. It's just the way it is. I'm not talking to MP because you're obviously MP. Whatever you want. Scot-free. Bomb and blow it up and kill them and get away with it. No.
Take some business advice from Uncle Sammy. It's not gonna work. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. Stop doing it. Look, you gotta take some business advice from Uncle Sammy here. It's a waste of time. You gotta stop doing it. You're wasting your money. It's not gonna be anything. It's just an idea in your head. It's not gonna be anything ever. But it's gonna fail.
Alright, so folks, that's it for this episode, episode 7. I hope you've realized that any social media aspirations you have
are not going to happen. You're never going to start a company. You're not going to start the next Facebook, the next Twitter, the